a lot more shallow than I expected, given how quiet it was. Oh, we got silver. Hey everyone, welcome back to Off Trail Treasures. My name is Ben. I'm going to have a short video out for you today. Primary goal here is to get out and test Beast Mode Beta version 2. I got that installed and everything factory reset a couple minutes ago. The only reason why I've chosen the lots that I have is because they're real close to my house. The first one is a city-owned lot, and it had a property on it, a house on it, excuse me. I think in 1920s is the earliest I can find it. So it was built probably somewhere between, I think, my 1898 map and 1920. And I found a couple silvers here, a buffalo, and some decent looking jewelry. So we're gonna start here, then we're gonna go to a small park. And if we still have time after that, we're gonna go to another empty city-owned lot. And then potentially another small city park after that. But again, my whole intention here is to test DT and Beast Mode Beta version 2. So let's get on and see what we can find. All right, we're walking up to our first find. It's a solid 25 signal on a legend that could be a nickel or a pull tab or any number of other things, but being as solid as it is, I expect it to be something of a regular shape. I am in Beast Mode, again, Beta version 2, and I have the iron rejection set to 2. I have been in this particular part of this plot many times. That doesn't mean that I consider the whole plot hammered and really, detected to death, but that's where I'm at. The other thing I forgot to tell you guys is that I am using the LG 35 for the first time today, so I am looking for extra depth on this blank plot, and we're going to see what we can find. So let's dig this first target and see what we get. I recently purchased some external microphones that I did not learn to use in time for coming here, and I may regret that with all this traffic noise, but we'll see. Let me get the audio on for you guys. Solid 25. Came out in about 3.5, 4 inches of material. Just some aluminum of some kind. Not really sure what it is, but let's keep going. All right, here's what I'm experiencing so far. I've only dug the one hole that you've seen, and I was kind of comparing this to my last outing in the field. And in the field, aside from hearing grunty tones, I was seeing higher numbers. And so I've done one sweep from the backside all the way to here. And all I've seen, I've heard some grunty tones for iron, but all I've seen are low numbers. What I have right here is a small 2 VDI, but it's very deep, and I'm just curious what I've been going over that has been generating these lower numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and dig it. Hopefully it's as deep as it says. So I'm going to go ahead and dig it and see what we got. A little bit. I have exactly 0 experience pinpointing with that size coil. All right, so it is just a random piece of iron. I'm going to turn the iron rejection up and see if those numbers don't start giving grunts like they're supposed to, and we'll see what we get. All right, this is the exact kind of signal I've been hoping for. I wasn't really sure what to expect in this lot. I haven't been here in a while, but this is what I was hoping to kind of come across, just to see how deep, not deep target, Beast Mode is reading these deeper signals. So this is all the bars, and it's very quiet. I've had all the bars, and it's mid-40s on the VDI. So I've had all the bars in depth. I've had not very many quiet ones. So I'm just trying to understand how Beast Mode is going to indicate to me that something really is deep and therefore hopefully a lot older. So let's take a look. I'll let you guys listen, then we'll go ahead and dig it and see what we got. All right. This is how it sounds. It's not making much noise at all. and it wants to hover at around 44 to 46. So we're just going to start with a big deep plug and see what we get here. Still bouncing just the way it was. Right now we're at about, where's the inches on this? 8 inches to the top of that. Well, a lot more shallow than I expected, given how quiet it was. Oh, we got silver. We got a silver. Bring you guys in for a closer look. All right, look what we have here. So I'm in beast mode. I have detected this plot a lot. I haven't done it enough to be what I considered really hammered to death. However, I did pretty much give up on it, which is why I thought it was a good candidate for beast mode. I'll show you in the section of the yard that I'm in now. It's basically what would be considered the middle of the front yard of where the house stood. But I'm in beast mode. I have not found anything valuable here in quite maybe 2 or 3 trips. And so I wanted to hit this section, which has always been very quiet in beast mode. So that's what I'm doing. I've got I had a 44 to 46 signal. It was showing very deep and it was very quiet. Now you all see the coin right here. It was sitting at about right here. Oh gosh, I'm gonna say that's about 4 or 5 inches down. So if for no other reason, the way it discriminates, I believe probably was able to pull that out in ways that had nothing to do with depth. I have that new larger coil on. Of course it's always possible that I just didn't run my coil over it. I think it might have been on edge because showing full depth and being whisper quiet the way it was, something is different about how it picked this up and how it wanted to read it out to me. So anyways, let's go ahead and see what we got. I'm gonna get out my water. Take a look. Anybody have any guesses? It's probably a rosy, but I can't quite tell yet. Yep. That looks like, oh no, it's a Merc. It's a Merc. I love a Mercury dime. Let's see. No mint. Decent shape. It is going to be a 1935 Mercury dime. It's got a bunch of water on it on the date. There we go. What a beautiful coin. One of my favorite silver coins. Just really cool looking. But there you have it. That is going to be my first silver coin in beast mode. I do believe, given the depth, I do believe that beast mode is what helped me to pull this out. All right, let's keep going. All right, I got another interesting one here. I'm only about 5 feet from that Mercury dime, and what I have here is a high tone with the number 15, but it's super small and super quiet. I'm at iron rejection 3, and we're going to go ahead and see what we can do. And I'm about to be photobombed by my baby. Come here, come say hi. Hey, come here. All right, baby didn't want to be on camera, and I repositioned a little bit. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Oh, what's the depth reading? 4 out of 5 bars on the depth. we're just looking at a little bit of can slaw. So those VDI numbers are probably accurate. 15 for a little bit of aluminum. Let's keep going. All right, I know the road noise is going to be pretty much at its worst right now because I'm pretty close to the road, but I've got a solid 26 signal right here. It's pretty soft, similar to the way the mercury dime was, and we're going to go ahead and dig it. Tell you how many bars down it is right now. It is 4 out of 5 bars. All right, let's check it out. Looks like we got a coin. Let's take in for a closer look. All right, we just uncovered a coin. It's coming in at a solid 26 signal. It looks like it's about nickel size, pretty much nickel sized. Worst case scenario, it's Jefferson. Best case scenario, it is a buffalo nickel. Let's see what we got. That is gonna be, looks like just a Jefferson. Oh well. What year? An 85. Looks like an 85 Jefferson. All right, let's keep going. Well, I told you guys that was probably the closest we were going to get to the road, but that wasn't true. I'm a little bit closer, and I just dug something strange. It was ringing up a 31 with beast mode. And I did go and do something that someone had requested that I do in another video. They said when I found something, I should have done this with the mercury dime, that would have been an interesting experiment, but they asked that when I found something with beast mode, if I would turn it to other modes to find out if other modes were silent on it. And I really wished I had done that with the mercury dime, but I didn't. But I did with this one. So it was right over here. I originally dug, you can't really see it, but let's see, right here, and I missed it. I could pinpoint it, but then I couldn't hear it anymore because I dumped dirt over the top of it. So in that state, I just dug out another plug and wound up finding it. But before that, while it was still all covered, I switched to Park M1, and Park M1 would only get it one direction. Same VDI numbers, 3031. And then I switched to Field M1, and Field M1 was about 75% of the time it was two-way, and the VDI numbers stayed the same. In beast mode, it was solid both ways every time, and so anyways, I wound up digging it, and this is what we got. Some of you can probably already tell that it looks like, I think, some kind of a bird. Yeah, that is going to be some kind of a bird, a pelican or something. Let's see if it's got any kind of mark. I almost threw it out, as you can imagine, covered in dirt that looked a lot like can slaw. It's got a stamp, and the stamp says, I think you guys will probably be able to see it. The stamp says Sterling. So that's going to make silver number 2 on this little plot. Again, this one would have been found in Field M1. But I originally detected it in beast mode, and now I have a sterling silver stork or something. Wow, all right, let's keep going. We're gonna head to the park and see what we can find there. All right, I moved right on down the road. I actually tried to stop here right after that little lot where I found the 2 pieces of silver, and they were taking prom pictures, and actually they still are. They're just up that way a little bit. And I really wanted to hunt here. I found silver here on this grassy hill before. Bunch of coins, and I wanted to just stick with beast mode. This isn't even an area where I necessarily think that beast mode is merited, but I want to use it enough to really understand how it's working, what kind of tones it's making, what kind of numbers it's giving, why it does what it does. You know how it is, where you get familiar with a certain metal detector or a certain mode for that matter, and you just learn to understand it better. That's my goal today. I got a 26 signal right under the coil, or shovel or coil, one of the two. And we're gonna go ahead and dig it together and see what Beast Mode is telling me about this 26 right here. Really shallow, but nope. It looks like some bush beer Canslaw. So I think mid-20s for that size is probably an appropriate VDI, so let's keep going. All right, right here, I'm about 20 feet from that Canslaw that I just dug, and I've got a perfect scenario right here. The scenario that I said earlier that I wish I had done on the Merctime. It's ringing 44, 45, and it's quiet, just like the Mercury Dime was. It's very quiet compared to the way it's blowing my ears out on nearly every single target, but it's also showing deep. So deep, quiet, good VDI, and I'm gonna test it on, I'm not gonna go through everything, I'm just gonna go through Park M1, Field M1, maybe I will go through M2, but we're gonna see if they pick it up, what they sound like, is it two-way, repeatable, all that kind of good stuff, and then I'll let you listen to it in Beast Mode again, and then we'll dig it. This is in Beast Mode, so see, not very loud. I don't know if you guys can tell it or not, but it has been, everything has been really loud on that. Now let me go over into, what am I at? Park M1. No problem, actually. And it is showing me 1 bar less depth than Beast Mode was. Field M1 is obviously not going to have any trouble with it. So, all right, that is not necessarily a win for Beast Mode, other than not really getting a lot of quietness in Park or Field like I was in Beast, so that's interesting. I wonder, let's dig it and see if we can figure out what that is indicative of. See a coin right there. You guys see it? Popped out right here. See a lot of brown, looks to be clad. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be a 1979 Lincoln Memorial. And it was about 3.5 inches down. So, you know, that's the second time. I didn't get a chance to see whether it was on edge or not, but that's gonna be the second time that Beast Mode has been, it wasn't hard to hear, but it's significantly quieter on a coin that was just about 3.5, 4 inches down. So that's interesting. All right, that's gonna do it for me today. I'll go home and post a wrap up from inside my workshop, and we'll talk about what we observed today, what we think we know about Beast Mode, and how we're gonna use it in the future. So stay tuned for the wrap up. All right, here's the quick little wrap up. 1941 nickel that I got off camera, really close to a war nickel, not quite. You guys saw me get the Memorial Lincoln. One of the prettiest US silver coins. My Mercury Dime, 1935, no mint mark. My strange little sterling silver bird, marked on the back. Let's see if you guys can get it right there, handmade sterling. I could not confirm that Beast Mode helped me to hear either of these. So I just haven't come to that conclusion. I haven't found anything really deep with Beast Mode yet either. What I did conclude is that in areas like near picnic tables at parks, it is impossible to use. Having only access to 2 tones and it picking up all of that garbage at the same time, you have to try and keep your eyes on the VDI numbers, and that was a no-go for me. However, I do think that that field that I was using it in the last video, which you guys can see right here, there was some benefit to using it there because of the age, the tilling that it's been through in the last, however many decades. And so there are things that are significantly deeper, and there are quieter parts of that field where I think it could really come in handy. So that is where I'm going to stick to using Beast Mode for now. If you'd like to stay up on top of future hunts and or how I use beast mode, what I find with beast mode and my legend detector in general, please like and subscribe the video and keep up with us. Thanks, appreciate it. We'll see you next time.